Welcome to the inaugural episode of Wheelhaus. We are very excited to provide you with the top stories and highlights from the sports world, both nationally and locally. I'm Matt Watling.
And I'm Luke Owens. Many people see this as the best time of year to be a sports fan. You got playoff baseball, NHL and NBA starting up, WNBA finals, NFL in full swing, and much, much more. But we start tonight in the NBA.
And that's right, and the Golden State Warriors squared off against the Los Angeles Lakers in the first game at the newly built Chase Center in San Francisco on Saturday. The Lakers are looking to turn back the clock, turning into the Showtime Lakers after trading for Anthony Davis, as they expect to compete for their first NBA title since 2010. The team also signed Dwight Howard, Avery Bradley, and Danny Green. The Lakers hopes Saturday is the beginning of a strong season for the purple and gold. And let's take a look at that game against the Warriors.
That's right, the Lakers going up against the Warriors on the road. LeBron James looking at new assistant coach Jason Kidd, and LeBron James got it going early. Already up 8-1 to the tin. A nice little and one there. Sheeshing it up early, 10-0 Lakers, and they would keep pouring it on as Rajon Rondo finds LeBron, who finds AD with the slam.
Looking for his Taco Tuesday invite.
They might get a little Taco Tuesday invite here. A reverse slam from Anthony Davis, and it just looked like that chemistry was going early on. And now Steph Curry is going to get the steal on an errant pass. He's going to go up for the 360 slam. No, he's just going to lay it in. I guess it's the preseason.
He's still got some hops, though, on that one.
Yeah, a little bit of hops. You got to slam it, though. Come on now. Lakers still with the ball here. Anthony Davis searching, finds LeBron. He's just a man amongst bullies.
Ball security is job security for LeBron.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to keep his job. And then Kentavious Caldwell-Pope handing it off here. Going up top to Dwight Howard, and he's looking thin and good.
Thin with the new do.
You know what they say, new do, new you. And the Lakers take this one 123-101. Reggie Miller handing out food in the stands.
Pretzel bun hot dogs?
I think they are.
Those look amazing.
I would eat that on air,
oh my
for
God,
sure.
Yes, and now staying with the NBA, they've taken a big leap in spreading American sports culture worldwide. This past Friday and Saturday, the Sacramento Kings and the Indiana Pacers became the first professional North American sports teams to ever play in India, squaring off in Mumbai's NSCI Dome. The Pacers came home with both wins in the preseason matchups. However, the impact of these games goes beyond wins and losses. Both teams traveled throughout India before teaming up to hold a basketball clinic for students. This is just the first step for the league in India, as the NBA and FIBA are reportedly considering creating a professional basketball league in India, similar to the new league called the Basketball Africa League.
And now shifting over, the MLB postseason may have just begun, but history is already being made. Astros pitcher Garrett Cole set a franchise record, striking out 15 batters in Game 2 of the ALDS. Cole was sure to spread the wealth among the Rays lineup too as he got better. Every batter to go down swinging and missing at least once. The history-making would not stop there, though. With his second postseason performance of at least 12 punch-outs, Cole joined some elite company, becoming just the fourth player in history, I tell you, to achieve this feat. It has also marked Cole's 10th consecutive start with 10-plus Ks. The Astros would take the game 3-1. They now lead the series 2-0 and travel to Tampa for Game 3 tomorrow.
Now looking at the rest of the series, the Braves beat the Cardinals this afternoon to take a 2-1 lead in their divisional series. Atlanta scored all three of their runs in the top of the ninth, and the Dodgers are currently squaring off against the Nationals, and they lead 8-3 with the series tied 1-1 overall.
And to no one's surprise, the Yankees lead the Twins 2-0. It's been no secret the Yankees have had the Twins number, especially in the postseason. The Bronx Bombers were 11-0 against Minnesota all time going into the playoffs. Last night, to add insult to injury, the Twins had lost 14 straight playoff games to all opponents across the board. So how did they fare last night? The Yankees at home already leading 1-0. Masahiro Tanaka would get the ball, but early on it's Edwin Encarnacion, with the RBI single, and the Yankees would lead 1-0.
Walk the parrot, baby, walk it.
Keep walking that parrot. Bases loaded, bottom third. Giancarlo Stanton looks like he might have a grand slam, but
I got it, Luke. I got it.
Just missed it there in a sac fly. Big Aaron Judge comes chugging home, and they lead 2-0. Giancarlo Stanton gets some high fives. He's done some good work in this series.
Yeah, a couple walks, not a hit really, but a bunch of walks.
And Gleyber Torres here, the RBI single, puts the Yankees up 3-0. The baby Bombers getting it done.
And it's Gleyber Day in New York.
It is, and then this is the big blow. Didi Gregorius, I went to Denny's. I want a grand slam. 7-0 Yankees. Bronx faithful are going absolutely nuts.
Yeah, and the man Didi, Sir Didi, so respectful. He's the kind of guy that's not going to flip the bat, you know?
Yeah, he kind of just looked at it. I didn't really know what he was doing there. He kind of hits it.
Well,
He's staring at it.
The flip,
He
and
knows
he catches
it's nice.
it.
He knows it's nice. He said, I just wanted to put my head down and trot, and it was Tanaka time. Put an extra K on that. A swinging strikeout there, and then Miguel Sano, no thank you. Slider down and away. Yankees win 8-1, take a commanding 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and this is the team with the Yankees. You know, there's some history between these two teams.
Yeah.
The Yankees, of course, their pitching staff executing to the T, although Ottavino faces only one batter in Game 1.
Not exactly great. Great job by the Twins in that series, by the way.
No, we'll be right back on Wheelhouse.
And when we come back, we've got more coming at you, so stay tuned here on WTOP Time.
Welcome back to Wheelhouse. The Minnesota Vikings star wide receiver Stephon Diggs has been fined $200,000 for excused absences from the team. He did not report on Monday and Tuesday, missing 2 practices. Now, this comes at the heels of trade rumors, and while the Vikings do not intend to trade Diggs, there is still interest around the NFL. He addressed the rumors, saying all rumors are based in truth. Diggs would go on to play today against the Giants in a 28-10 win, catching 3 passes for 44 yards. And after the game, he spoke on his place with the Vikings, Luke.
Yeah, he just gave a little wink, but during Saturday night's Oregon versus California game, Oregon fan ran onto the field during the 3rd quarter, surpassing all security, and Ducks running back Cyrus Habibi-Lakio chased the fan down the west end zone, tackling him at the 15-yard line. The Oregon back said he had no intentions of hurting the fan, just wanted to get the game back on track, but hard hit there.
Oof, I mean, that's a tough hit. I don't know if I could take that. That's a lot of pain there, but now moving on to some hockey. The Toronto Maple Leafs have called on their NBA counterparts to show them the way to the top. Leafs head coach Mike Babcock announced to his team after the season opener that their player of the game trophy will be a championship basketball used by the Raptors. He told his guys, quote, "It's our time. We want to go out there and dominate every day." Austin Matthews took home the ball first after a big performance against the Senators in the Air Canada Center opener.
And then the Maple Leafs would hit the road here as we roll the highlights from Maple Leafs at the Columbus Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets trying to get it going at home, but early on it was all Maple Leafs. Mitch Marner, top shelf, 1-0 Leafs.
Yeah, and the good Canadian boy gets his earning that new contract with a beautiful goal.
Nice big shiny contract for Marner, and now Leafs lead 2-0, and what are you doing, Frederick Anderson? Get back in your goal.
Getting you home, Freddie.
And that's a goal there by Cam Atkinson. Now 4-on-4. Love 4-on-4 hockey. It's not overtime, though. It's Mitch Marner again, dangling in front of the net, gets this one to go, and it's a Leafs 3-1 lead.
Yeah, John Tavares sporting that new C etched into his sweater as the captain of the Maple Leafs.
And Matt, this one might hurt you. It's in front of the net. It's John Tavares, the former New York Islander, tipping that one in, and it's 4-1 Leafs.
Oh, it's happy tap. Just tap it in, happy.
Just tapped it right in, and the Leafs led 4-1, and they would win by that same exact score, 4-1.
And the Blue Jackets, they lose a lot of pieces with Bobrovsky, Panarin, trying to find something to replace those guys, and they haven't been able to do it just yet.
No, they haven't.
And now, for the 2nd consecutive year, the Washington Mystics have made it to the WNBA Finals. The Mystics are 1 win away from the championship series, winning the championship series against the Connecticut Suns after securing a 2-1 series lead in a 12-point victory. Washington has a chance to clinch in enemy territory Tuesday night. The road ahead is anything but easy, as they have to take the court without their star forward, Elena Delle Donne, playing through a herniated disc. The injury sidelined her from action against the Suns in their Game 2 loss at home, and in her return today, she put up 26 minutes, contributing 13 points and 6 rebounds.
And Oakland Raiders linebacker Vontaze Burfict, we've heard this name again and again. He has been suspended for the rest of the season by the NFL for his illegal hit on Jack Doyle last week. You'll see it here. Burfict's appeals hearing is set for Tuesday at 2 p.m. On Tuesday's appeal, he will plead his case that he was trying to make a football play. It was not intending to injure Doyle. If Burfict's suspension is upheld, it would be the longest in NFL history for an on-field incident. So we'll have to see how that hearing goes. And it happened twice in that game. But speaking of nasty hits, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph left Sunday's game early against the Baltimore Ravens due to a hit by Earl Thomas in the 3rd quarter. He left the game with a brutal concussion that put Steelers fans in stunned silence. Rudolph luckily walked off on his own minutes later with the help of his teammates. Backup quarterback Delvin Hodges finished the game for Pittsburgh, going 7 of 9 for 68 yards. Rudolph was released from the hospital and is home resting. He will remain in concussion protocol. But how did the rest of the game go for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah, we'll start things off here with Lamar Jackson handing off to Mark Ingram. Bangs it in there for the score.
What a year for Mark Ingram. 5 touchdowns going into this one, added on.
Picking it up, 2:52 left in the first. It's Mason Rudolph to Juju Smith-Schuster, and he'll stiff arm one guy to the ground and tiptoe his way into the end zone.
And you love it. Juju on that beat, a little Lambeau leap at Heinz Field.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson picking it up in the red zone. It looks with a great throw and a great catch from Hollywood Brown.
Love the name, love the celly. He would go to the locker room, but return later in the game.
Yeah, in third quarter now, James Conner looking to receive the handoff, and he fights his way to the end zone, and he'll get it to take the first lead for the Pittsburgh Steelers, rather regain the lead. And now we go into overtime with Devlin Hodges to Juju Smith-Schuster, and he loses the ball. And
Look at
it's
this weird
picked
hop.
up. What a weird, funky hop. Later seen a divot on the ground, but
Dive on it, Pittsburgh.
and look at that punch out by Marlon Humphrey. A beautiful play by him. We'll do that earlier in the game. Now we'll pick things up. Justin Tucker, 46-yard field goal in overtime. It's good. Oh my God. What a beauty.
He snuck that right in there, but we're going to take a quick break here on Wheelhaus.
After the break, the Mets are looking to fill their management vacancy. Stay tuned to find out who the candidates are. Monday, Oswego State will hold their season opening press conference for the men's and women's hockey teams.
And the women return a strong young core, including freshman Sarah Cruz, who tallied 14 points last season alongside leading point scorer senior Aaron Stewart, who led the Lakers with 15 points. Goalies Rachel Farmer and Cassie Shokar split time in net last season and look to compete once again for the starting job in front of head coach Diane Dillon, who's entering her 14th season at the helm.
And the men's team is also a similar situation, as only 4 players graduated, including captain and 2-time SUNYAC Defenseman of the Year, Devin Campbell. Despite that, with 91% of their goal production returning from last year, as well as 14 seniors, the team seems destined to return to the NCAA tournament. And now, just looking at some of those marquee matchups, you've got an early whiteout game, Friday, November 8th, second game of the season.
Yeah, that's tough. You got to be ready to go right off the bat. It's Friday instead of Saturday this year. It's first semester. They've got to be ready to go in that one.
Yeah, and of course, November 22nd, you've got Hobart, who beat them in those quarterfinals. But now, moving on to the New York Mets, this past Thursday, they fired their manager, Mickey Callaway, after just 2 seasons at the helm. It was decided that the Mets had greatly underachieved this season, even after their second half hot streak. Following the decision, Jeff Wilpon stated that he felt unfulfilled and that the team let too many games get away from them. Now, looking to some of those guys that should replace them, looking at former managers like Buck Showalter and Joe Girardi, they've expressed their interest in taking the position. Although Girardi has an interview scheduled with the Cubs, it seems he would strongly consider the Mets. Other candidates for the position include former Met Carlos Beltran and Brad Asmus, who was fired by the Angels, excuse me. And speaking of those Angels, they scheduled their first interview to fill their managerial role in Joe Madden, who had previously worked in the organization for 30 years. And in his 4 years with the Chicago Cubs, he led them to their first World Series title since 1908. With his departure from the Cubs and the Angels firing Brad Asmus after just 1 year, it's a clear indication that LA will waste no time trying to pursue Madden for the 2020 season.
How to ruin a relationship in just 7 easy words. That's right. Daryl Morey came in for the Rockets. He said these 7 words. He tweeted, I'm sure many people saw it, he deleted it. Houston Rockets GM Daryl Morey tweeted and then deleted, "Fight for freedom, stand for Hong Kong over recent civil unrest in China." The problem? The Rockets have a long-standing relationship with the Chinese Basketball Association after Yao Ming played for the organization for 9 seasons and is now president of the CBA. The CBA is now ending its partnership with the Rockets, which included Chinese-based uniforms, games abroad, as well as the Rockets' games being shown overseas. The Rockets' owner, though, has come out and said that Houston is not a political organization and that Morey's tweet does not reflect the views of the team. And staying overseas, the NFL is back in London today. It was a back-and-forth game between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders.
Would you care for a spot of tea, Luke?
I would love a tea and a crumpet.
A biscuit?
Some random Patriots fans in the crowd as well. I love the London aspect. They go overseas. You don't even know what jerseys they're wearing. Roger Goodell, the commish. the king of the NFL, if you will. And this is not a great look for the Raiders, fumbling the ball up 17-0.
You know, Luke, in England, they pitch it to the right, not the left.
Yeah, big mistake there as Khalil Mack with the recovery, and now David Montgomery punches in the touchdown. The Iowa State Cyclone, with the touchdown. Trailing now 17-7. Chase Daniels looking, he seems no one. He fires up top for Fuller, and it's a first down for the Bears. And then it was Allen Robinson, the play action, looking, and he finds him. Allen Robinson must have been the favorite target for Chase Daniels. They were locked in all day. Trailing 17-14, Daniels looks again. He's going to find Allen Robinson once again.
You know who the Raiders could have used on that one for some little pressure on the quarterback?
Who's that?
One Khalil Mack.
Oof.
Where is he?
Goal line here. Raiders trying to take the lead, but the ball is coughed up in a recovery by the Bears.
Ball security is job security, Luke. I'll say it every day.
It is, and the Bears defense was fierce. They really kept them in the game. They led 21-17, but as the game continued, the Raiders would stay in there. John Gruden's boys here get the first down. Oh no, the ball came out. Recovered by the Bears, but we got to review this bad boy. Was he down? Oh, looks like the elbow's down, man.
Looks like it is, Jim. I mean, Luke.
It is the fumble there by the rookie Josh Jacobs, but recovered. Speaking of Jacobs, goes over the top for the touchdown, and the Raiders come away with the win in London.
A little Superman action on that one, flying wide over. And coming up after the break, we got our top 10 plays. You won't want to miss them. Welcome back to Wheelhouse. As we wrap up the weekend, let's take a look at the best plays around the sports universe.
That's right, our top 10. Let's get it going here. Number 10, NLDS, and Clayton Kershaw, pitchers who rake, rips one down the line, and Juan Soto with the diving catch, the wild card hero. But there'd be more than just one play here. Line drive, A.J. Pollock snagged by Steven Strasburg. He did it with the glove. Nats got the win. Series tied 1-1.
Joe Flacco coming in at number 9, showing off his eliteness. And it goes to Cortland Sutton, and boom, get off me, he says for another one. No, skip all the way into the end zone. Denver gets the top play and their first win of the season.
And at number 8, Danny Dimes, they call him in New York. And you know, Mama usually hides the cookies up top. This one's in the breadbasket. Darius Slayton for 6. Giants get the highlight. Vikes win big.
Number 7, she's a beauty. We'll take it to the ice. A little South Florida rivalry for you. And it's Mike Hoffman on the back door. Rips one top shelf.
Bar dizzy.
And now in his second one, it'll bounce over to Huberdeau. Backward to Hoffman on the back door, scores. Another beautiful goal by Hoffman. And those Tampa Bay Lightning not looking too sharp here today. And we'll go into the last one. And we'll call it a triple, even though it's not baseball, as Hoffman with the tip for the hat trick. Send the hats onto the ice. And you might even catch a couple rats there as well down in Florida.
Oof.
Oh, there it is.
Florida man throwing his hat. And at number 6, Run CMC. What can't he do? How about a stiff arm? Throw me a little flippity flip into the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. Look what I can do. How about a slow-mo? Slow it down. Christian McCaffrey, right on the tailbone for 6.
Number 5, we got Jorge Polanco at the dish, looking for a base knock. Looks like it's going to drop in there, and Aaron Judge says no. Right in there from right center field, and we're not just counting on one here. Aaron Judge is too good for just one.
One more, baby.
We'll get a second, 1-2 out. Eddie Rosario looking to cut into the Yankees' lead. And Judge again with the diving catch. Pete Alonso, he could never do that.
I don't think he could. And at number 4, Rays and Astros. Carlos Correa going to the hole, doing his best Derek Jeter impression, and what a throw. Scooped out there by Gurriel, and hey, ice cream guy, let me get one scoop. Gurriel with the scoop. Garrett Cole, the pitcher, absolutely loving it. No Cole in your stocking this year.
Hockey at the Rock. Let's take it to New Jersey with the Devils and Jets. Blake Coleman going in, just pitches it up and over the shoulder of Connor Hellebuck. Let's take another look here after the quick celebration. Just shoot right over the shoulder. Jets come back for the win in a shootout.
Ooh, bad look by Winnipeg there. And at number 2, Russell Wilson, play action. He's looking. He sees nothing, so he's just gonna roll out. And hey, Russ, there's a hole in your pocket. Dropping dimes. There's Tyler Lockett in the back of the end zone for 6. I gotta look at that in slow-mo. Lockett, did he get the feet down? That's a catch on Sundays, even though it happened on Thursday. You see right there. A little Adidas free plug, gets 2 feet in the back of the end zone. High fives all around, and the Seahawks win an absolute nail-biter on Thursday Night Football for number 2.
Those beautiful green jerseys, but coming in at number 1 is Austin Kendall from West Virginia in the shotgun formation. And he's looking to throw it. He'll throw it up and what a catch! But oh no, it's horns up.
Hey, bartender, how about a shot of Jameson?
Dante Jamison on the interception. And we'll throw another look here. Austin Kendall in shock. What a beautiful celebration. It's Odell Beckham Jr. in the house with that one-handed snag.
What a catch. Texas gets the win, though. And we're going to take a quick break on Wheelhaus, but don't worry, we'll be right back. You're watching Wheelhaus on WTOP 10. Welcome back to Wheelhaus. Sports gambling has been in the news lately, and schools have began to regulate it.
Yeah, and Purdue University is set to follow in the footsteps of St. Joseph University, banning all students, staff, and board of trustees from placing legal bets on any athletic events. The push comes as universities attempt to protect the integrity of student athletes and the university as legal sports gambling comes closer to campus. The NCAA prohibits student athletes from betting on any sporting events, college or professional, during their time as student athletes. Despite these rules, 26% of male student athletes admit to being involved with gambling and 8% gamble on sports at least monthly. Anyone found going against the new college gambling regulations are said to be expelled or have their contracts terminated.
It's definitely an interesting move, I think, from the NCAA, but it makes sense. You know, you don't want the players betting on the games they play.
Right, and to me it was more surprising that the general student population can't be betting on these games.
Yeah, it's kind of a surprise, but how do you monitor that if you're a university?
It's really tough. I guess you go into the records or something, but it's very strange.
Yeah, I think it's good in terms of, you know, letting the people do this legally, but, you know, for the show it's not as good. And that's all the time we have here on Wheelhaus. For Matt Watling, I'm Luke Owens. Same time, same place next week here on WTOP 10.